Hello, my name's Matt Tuckwiller and this is my son Jamie. I'm the 6th generation. This is my 7th generation here on this operation of 800 acres. We operate about 600 6x6 round bales and feed out about 900 4x5 silage bales, wrapped silage bales. Before we bought this chainless X5000 Hustler, we were rolling with the old 3-point hitch, swing arm, bales on the ground and unrolling. And the troubles we were having with it, the cattle on a wet, muddy or snowy day, they were pounding into the ground and not getting the feed. The bales, some of these bales that were a little frozen in the winter time or made a little rough, wouldn't unroll real good. We were spending time trying to get them unrolled. With the new Hustler equipment here, on the front of the tractor we can carry 2 4x5 silage bales, and back here and here we can put our big huge 6x6 and go in and feed about 300 stocker cattle in one pass. And by getting the hay up out of the snow and mud, we are saving the cattle, are not tromping it into the mud. They're getting more feed value with this machine. It breaks it and tears it up, so he doesn't have to get out and unroll it by hand. My point of view is the machine has sped up. Our operation used to take us about 4.5 to 5 hours to feed. Now we're doing it in about 3 hours feeding. We can cut and go on the silage bales or a dry bale, however we want to feed, however much. It's made that more available to us. Fuel wise, I probably cut my fuel operation in half compared to what I was. I was also making more trips, wearing out my equipment, so it has benefited me, cost effective in maintenance and wear on my equipment, and sped up my time of operation. When we have more than 6 inches of snow, I got to start another 100 horsepower tractor. It's got an 8-foot snow blower on it. He's got to run it in front of this tractor when I was having the unroller to blow a path of snow out of the way so we could get it on the ground. And the cattle would tromp the hay and the hay into the ground, which would destroy the ground better, and they wouldn't get as much feed. So this one, it just windrows it and lays up on top of the snow, and the cattle don't pack it in, and the snow cover keeps the ground from getting destroyed. And probably another feature is that the way these augers and this is designed, that on these 20-degree mornings and these bales were frozen, we used to have to take an axe and chop the bales. Where I can put it in with these dogs and these augers up here, it will chew up a frozen bale and spit it out pretty uniformal, and you got to control your speed. But that's a good aspect of this. And there's hardly any moving parts. The moving part back here is the 2 chains and this table going up, down, and the hoses. So it's simple piece of machinery that there's really, I hardly see anything going wrong other than having flat tires or not forget to grease the bearings. And these augers, the way they're designed, they rip and tear up the bale pretty good. But I've seen other machinery that have hammer frails and they throw out and destroy out the hammers, throwing out the side of machines, where these would rip it up a lot better.
Yeah, that's a really good comment. I guess some of the things that you don't ever really talk about is some of the negative sides of some of the pieces of equipment. And really the only negative side is backing up. If you can't back up a trailer, you got to have a little bit of issue. But once you get the hang of it, this piece of machinery is actually quite easy to operate. That first initial time that you do it, you're kind of hesitant because you have 4-foot spears going back there and you're not really too sure what you're going to hit. But we're loading 2 6x6s on here simultaneously by putting them back to back, and it's working out very well. And that's one of the probably the struggles that someone would have with this machine that is very easily overcome by just a little bit of practice and knowledge. Yeah, the impact that this machine has had on damage to pasture, it is the tires on the back have good flotation, so even with two 6x6 round bales in the back, and it's actually tearing up less ground by if we were just having this and a 3-point hitch, where it would, you know, sitting there trying to unroll it and going back and forth, I'm having to get out of the piece of machinery that I'm operating and then try to, you know, go by hand and try to rip the bale apart. And then we got the cows behind us, you know, tearing up ground, you know, we're moving them back and forth. With this, we're able to make one pass continuously and get in and out, get the cattle fed, get them happy, and move on. You came, you demoed a piece of machinery, and you said, this piece of machinery will unroll hay. And we said, prove it. We took it out in the field, we used it, and it did just that. It's quite nice when you can demo a piece of machinery and it actually does what it's supposed to do. You come out, you look how this thing is constructed, it's built extremely well because it's built. And it handles, it takes a pounding. We're throwing ton bales at this machine and it's going bale after bale, doing exactly what it's sold to us to do. We were all impressed by it.
And by you all letting us, the general farmers or producers, demo this machine in our hands, we know what we're getting. And I really thank you all as Hustler for letting us demo this machine.
And then I guess our recommendation for someone looking to purchase this would be, we would recommend someone that is feeding out a lot of haylage and dry hay matter to their cattle. It definitely speeds up your time, your efficiency, your fuel costs, your man costs, everything that you can think about to lower. This machine does do that, and the cattle enjoy it too.